The NNSCRA offline and online racing as best presents Speed World. So with 16 races down in the books and 15 races left to go, we're in the second half of the Castrol GTX Cup Series for season 37. As we're set to go racing here today, as we're back at the Tricky Triangle at Pocono Raceway in Pocono, Pennsylvania. As we're here today for the running of the Hunt Brothers Pizza 400. As we have 30 laps of action here for you here today. The 17th stop on the Castrol GTX Cup Series Tour. And here's your starting lineup here as we get set to go on this 2.5 mile Tricky Triangle. It is on the pole. It is number 71, Matt McIntyre, his first pole of the season in the Olive Garden Chevrolet. He is flanked by car number 6, Seth Cole, the Valvoline Ford. He's alongside. Second row is Dylan Pote in the Maxwell House Pontiac, car number 22. He won the season at the 600 at Charlotte. He's flanked by car number 21, the Daytona 500 champion, Quentin Moore, who came in about half a lap away from sweeping the season at Daytona, but still had a good run in that race. So he's in the 21 stick go forward. Third row is Dylan Young in number 2, the Miller Genuine Draft Ford. He has one of our in-car cameras in today's race. He's flanked by number 8, Joshua Osborne, who has our second in-car camera. Going to row number 4 is Colin Cropley in the number 15 Quality Care Ford. He won the season at Bristol and Darlington. Flanking next to him is the winner who won at Dover this season, Keith Batson, the Texaco Haviland Ford, car 28. Next round is number 77, Laura Chung in the U.S. Air Jasper Engines Ford. She's alongside number 81. It is J.T. Bryant in the TIC Financial Systems Ford. Next round is number 5, Phil Parker in the Kellogg's Cornflakes Chevrolet. He's alongside the man who won at Riverside, Trent Dunham, in the number 1 Skull Classic Ford. Next round has number 11, Jessica Shelton, the number 11 Budweiser Ford. She won at Talladega this season, where we'll having to go to next on the tour for the Die Hard 500. She's alongside another two-time winner this season. It's number 33, Alex Miller. He won at Michigan this season. He also won right here at Pocono, the first race that Pocono held this season. He's in the Skull Classic Ford, car 33. Skull Bandit Chevrolet, car 33, on that one. Next round is Wyatt Quayle, who had a tremendous run the last time he was at Pocono. He finished 4th in that race. So Holly Myers Ford, car number 90. He hopes for another good run here today. He's alongside number 43, Nathan Hudson, the STP Pontiac. Next round is number 98, Emmanuel Hartnett, the Finger Hut Ford, and beside him will be number 27, Joshua Sakuli in the McDonald's Ford. Next round has the Atlanta winner this season, Cole Deaver, the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet, car number 3. He's alongside number 25, Kyle Matthews, the Kodiak Chevrolet. He won at Rockingham this season. Next round is number 16, Ali Liara in the Family Channel Ford. She'll be back with this ride next season, and she'll be alongside number 30. 30 is Zachary Fitzwater. He'll also be back with the Pennzoil Pontiac in season 38. Zachary won the season at North Wilkesboro. Next round is number 4, Eric Monaco, the Kodak Film Chevrolet, and number 23, Eric Sadler in the Smokin' Joe's Ford. Next round is number 17. It is Reggie Fogelman, the Western Auto Chevrolet, and number 18, Nathan Orman, the Interstate Batteries Chevrolet. He won the season at Martinsville, and he also won the Pepsi 400 at Daytona. Next round is number 42, Bryce Egan in the Meliella Pontiac, and number 26, Quaker State Ford of Daniel Voiles. He has our third in-car camera here today. Next round is number 24, Caleb Fogler in the DuPont Chevrolet, number 24. And number 10, Cat Batson in the Tide Ford. Next round is number 40, Michael Turner in the Kendall Motor Oil Pontiac, and number 41, Mitchell Hodak in the Meineke Mufflers Chevrolet. Next round is number 9, Ryan Brommer, the Orkin Pest Control Ford, and number 12, an unsponsored Ford, that is Destin Boland. Next round is number 19, Carson Gum, who won the season at Sonoma. Alex Hawkins in the Hardy's Chevrolet car 31 sits alongside of him. And starting shotgun is Zach Winkle in the number 75 Factory Stores of America Ford, and alongside of him is number 7. It is Paul Minnick in the XI Batteries Ford. So that's your starting lineup here at Pocono Raceway in the running of the Hunt Brothers Pizza 400 as the command is about to be given. The fire the engines here for today. Come in, given the party engines here at Pocono Raceway as the pace car leaves the field now off pit road for the pace up and we'll be back for the start of the race right after this. This track here, three different straightaways and 3 different corners here. That's what Pocono Raceway is all about. As we go through the third and final corner here at Pocono Raceway, I keep remember saying there's no turn 4 here. As they come down along the straightaway of the 3 here, as the front stretch here, as they come to start finish line, the green flag flies, and the Hunt Brothers Pizza 400 is on. Off into turn number 1 to go. Matt McIntyre jumps out to the lead. The first turn, the steepest bank to the 3 corners here. Banked at 14 degrees as they come on down to the second longest straightaway of the 3. That's the long punch straightaway, which is measured 3,055 feet in length as they come down as they go into turn number 2. Dylan Pote and Dylan Young hooked up to try to get past Matt McIntyre. Do the tunnel turn, banked at 8 degrees. So that's the second turn. And onto the north chute, which is 1,780 feet in length, as Poteet goes to the lead. Dylan Young tries for second position. He's got that spot now. And into the flattest turn of the 3, which is banked at 6 degrees. They go through as they come off the third corner, and onto the longest straightaway of the 3. That is the front stretch, which is 3,740 feet in length. And to give you an idea, it's 260 feet shorter than the backstretch at Talladega Super Speedway, where we'll be heading to next on the tour for the Die Hard 500. Poteet led the lap by just an inch over Dylan Young, but Dylan Young goes to the top spot now. Remember, the last time he was here at Pocono, they got tried giving some great racing. When we was here for the Wix Filters 400, where we saw Alex Miller take the win in that race. And Dylan Young goes to the top spot now. He's yet to win a race this season. He's been on the pole a couple times, but no wins so far for the Miller Genuine Draft Pontiac, or Miller Genuine Draft Ford, excuse me. On board with car number 2, Dylan Young in the Miller Genuine Draft Ford as he goes down the front stretch. And he should be able to shift right in this area right there. He's at 9,000 RPMs going into turn number 1. And it stretches out to 180 miles an hour and does not shift in the 4th gear for some reason. He leaves it in 3rd gear going into turn number 1. Poteet goes to the low side now. He's still in 3rd gear as well, too, as is Matt McIntyre. Keith Batson has slammed it in the 4th gear now in the Haviland Ford. And Poteet rubs up Dylan Young going through turn number 2, and he takes the spot away now. So move Poteet to lead now. And Matt McIntyre, he wants to lead his first lap of the race here. He didn't get to lead the first lap as a pole sitter. And several cars going way wide. That's Nathan Hudson and Alex Miller, I believe, who is way wide there. Yep, that's the 43 and 33 going way wide in turn number 1 here as Hudson made it 3 wide between him, JT Bryant, and I believe that was Laura Chung. Chung had to get off the throttle and just about got the wall come off turn number 1. And now Quentin Moore, the 21 Sitgo Ford, he's got a 3-lane train right there between him, Eric Monaco in the 4, and Caleb Fogler in 24. Fogler smoothed up a bit now, too. He started back in the back. And look at the Jeff Gordon colors fly here at Pocono Raceway. The DuPont Chevrolet clocked 18th the last time by. Fogler has been having a rugged last few races on the tour, and he looks for a tremendous run here today. And Fogler's already moved his way up into 14th position now as they go into turn number 1 here. JT Bryant just about tapped the side of Cole Beavers number 3 right there as Bryant shot at the track right there, almost in the Nathan Hudson. And now Quentin Moore watches all this in that Sitgo Ford, and he gets a little bit loose, come off that first corner, but keeps the handle on that machine, and he drives off that 81, trying to get a position himself. And Poti slipping back as well, too, as is Dylan Young. And move, I think that's Keith Batson to the lead. Yep, it is. The 28 Texaco Ford. So move the Haviland Ford up to the number 1 spot now. Colin Cropley trying for second position on the outside of Seth Cole. Seth Cole's had a lot of front row starts here this season, but all that is yet to manifest itself in the wins himself here, and he hopes to get himself in the victory lane in the Mark Martin colors. And Seth just about got into Colin Cropley as they go through turn number 1. Matt McIntyre trying to figure out who he wants to go with in that 71 machine. And there is McIntyre to Olive Garden Chevrolet, and he gets a little to get stuck on the outside lane. Joshua Osborne, the number 8 car, he gets a push from Cole Deaver in number 3. Deaver, the man who dominated the Motorcraft 500 at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And he'll want to bring that car back to when we come back to Atlanta for the Napa Auto Parts 500 season finale here. Deaver, by the way, leads the points coming into this event too. Him and Keith Batson locked into a tight battle as they go through turn number 1 right there. Jessica Shelton almost made it 3 wide, but she got loose right there and almost got up against Wyatt Quayle in the 90 machine. And Wyatt smacks the wall, come off turn number 1, and Bryant goes by, Moore goes by, Poteet goes by. Here comes Eric Monaco, that Kodak film Chevy, and he'll zip by that number 90 car. Riding now at Dylan Young in car number 2. Wyatt Quayle's doing a little wall scraping in turn 3. Dylan forces the throttle. He's right there behind both the 40 car of Michael Turner and the 24 of Caleb Fogler. And Bill Parker on the 5 car up on the outside lane there. And now Young moves in the same lane as the 40 car of Michael Turner. Dylan dropped running and now in 18th position as the last time by. See how fast Dylan goes into turn number 2, the tunnel turn. There's a tunnel that runs through that corner right there for the infield, the traffic that comes to the infield. Down to 157 miles an hour through that corner right there, and see how fast he'll go up into turn 3. 179, 180 miles an hour into turn number 3. And drops it down to 141 miles an hour in the middle of turn number 3. Back on the throttle he goes. The pole speed for the event, by the way, 171 miles an hour in the fast lap race that Dylan Young has run so far. And he just now ran that at 166.849 on this last time by. So let's take a look at some of our in-car cameras. Oh, problems at turn number 1! We'll take a look at who that was, it was in the crash here. See there, Destin Bowen, he's clean right there. Alex Hawkins might have been in the crash, the 31 Hardy's machine. Nathan Orman, who was trying for 2 in a row. He won at Daytona. In the Pepsi 400, he's got some damage to that number 18 car. Daniel Voiles is involved. Michael Turner, Dylan Young have just gotten by him, or trying to. Colin Cropley, number 15 car, he was up there in the points. And he got crashed right there. Keith Batson. So the leaders took each other out right there. Trent Dunham is involved. I saw Jessica Shelton on pit road. Yeah, there's Jess, number 11. So let's take a look as to what happened to cause caution number 1 to fly on lap number 10. Well, Keith Batson led the last time by right there, and he slowed up in the turn number 1, big time slowed up. I don't know if he had a problem or not right there, but Colin Cropley bumped Batson going in turn number 1. In the wall goes both the 15 and 28 cars. Now watch Jessica Shelton. She's going to come in this picture right here. There's Jess. Right into the 15 car goes number 11 machine. 4 car Eric Monaco got a piece of it. There's And Michael Turner's got loose right there, gets into Jessica Shelton's car, damages up the number 40 machine pretty good. And I think some of the back marker cars are, yeah, there was Trent Dunham. He gets into Michael Turner, crashes into him. Ali Liara barely squeaked through that number 16 machine. And Dunham was way up the track in the number 1 car, and see he's gonna go right into Batson at any second now. There's Trent. Got into Batson's car, and Dunham in a frightening 80-mile-an-hour slide into the 40 car of Michael Turner, and crashed into him. And there's where Ormond, Daniel Voiles, and some of the others got into it as well too. Ormond was running 33rd, and Voiles was running 34th. Voiles got into the grass right there, tapped the 18 car of Nathan Ormond, and that was a separate crash right there, and then hard lick by Daniel Voiles and the 18 car of Ormond. Hawkins got into the 26 car, and Ormond hits the leader, Keith Batson, as does the 26 car of Daniel Voiles. On board with Daniel Voiles. Let's take a ride with him. And as we all know, it all happened so quick, as you saw from inside Daniel Voiles' Quaker State Ford. That knocked him right out of the racer, unfortunately for him. So, and that crash right there took out several potential good cars to maybe had a shot at winning this race here. So with Batson's misfortune, that now hands lead over to Seth Cole in car number 6, who leads the race right now. Joshua Osborne is now in second position. Third is Cole Deaver. Fourth position is Matt McIntyre. Fifth is JT Bryan, having a solid run at number 81 car here today. Dylan Pote running sixth position. Seventh is Nathan Hudson. Eighth is Laura Chung. Ninth, going for the Pocono sweep, Alex Miller, number 33 machine. He's been solid all season long so far. And Caleb Fogler, who had a slight hood buckle on the number 24 DuPont Chevrolet, but he's right now running in 10th position. He's made his way up through the field nicely since the green flag fell here for today's event. Dylan Young running in 11th position. 12th right now is Zachary Fitzwater. 13th, Phil Parker. Kyle Matthews running 14th. 15th is Eric Sadler, having a solid day at number 23, Smokin' Joe's car. Ryan Brommer 16th. Wyatt Quayle 17th. 18th, Reggie Fogelman. 19th, Emmanuel Hartnett. And Joshua Sakuli running 20th position. 21st is Kat Batson. 22nd, Carson Gunn. 23rd, Bryce Egan. 24th is Ali Liara. 25th, Paul Minnick. 26th position is Zach Winkle. 27th is Destin Bowen. 28th, Alex Hawkins. 29th is Eric Monaco. And Nathan Orman is going to try to salvage what he can. That number 18 car, he runs right now in 30th position. Cars out of race as we're about to get the green flag here on lap number 14. Seth Cole is your leader, as the Hunt Builders Pizza 400 is back underway. Cars out of race are Mitchell Hodak, Quentin Moore, Daniel Voiles, Michael Turner, Jessica Shelton, Trent Dunham, Colin Cropley, and Keith Batson, who was your leader before all this happened. And that's the cars out of race. There set all in all 8 cars out of race. Is Joshua Osborne, number 8, takes the lead from Seth Cole on the restart. Meantime, Cole Deaver to the low side. He's going to also try to zip by the 6-car Seth Cole. Seth backs off and almost right and has the 70 and right into the clutches of the 71 car of Matt McIntyre. And whoa, 81 car gets close right there to Cole's. They go through turns number 3 and 4, or turn number 3, I should say. I always do that at Pocono when I battle was not going to. So you got two of the wild-eyed Southern boys up in the top 2 spots now. Cole Deaver in the 3 car out of Georgia, and the leader Joshua Osborne from Kentucky. In the top 2 spots right now, JT Bryant in 3rd position. Another Kentucky driver, Dylan Poteet, running in 4th position. So two of the drivers in this field from the Bluegrass State running strong here today. Poteet to the low side takes position away from JT Bryant, moves him into 3rd spot. Seth Cole, who was leading on the race right here, is now trying for 3rd spot. Here comes car number 3. That's the Cole Deaver automobile, the Dale Earnhardt colors, trying for the top spot on Osborne. Osborne on the outside, Deaver to the low side. Poteet trying to help the 3 car maybe. And Osborne's going to lead the lap this time by about a full car length over the 3 machine. Deaver cannot appear to muster enough speed to try to get to that number 8 car, and he'll stay behind and try to keep digging as he could. And whoa, Deaver, I think might have gotten a slight draft off the number 8 car. I don't know if he did or not. But he and Poteet are still side by side. And Poteet just about took the nose out of the number 3 car off its clip right there too. And Poteet says, that's my spot. He's in 2nd position now. And Poteet going for the lead, almost gets right to the bumper of that number 8 car. Ford in 1st, Pontiac 2nd, Chevy in 3rd. Off the 3rd corner they come, and that's letting Alex Miller now in the 4th position now, and he's now a player here in this event. Past halfway home, 16 down, 14 to go here at Pocono, and here comes Poteet for the lead. He's got it. So move car 22, that blue Maxwell House machine, to the top spot. That car will have MB&A as a sponsor next season, by the way. It'll still be a Pontiac, it'll still be 22. And Poteet will still be the driver. And Alex Miller's shot at trying to take third away from Cole Deaver does not work as Seth Cole slips back now, and Dylan Young tries to zip by him in that number 2 machine, and he will do so. On board with Dylan Young. Dylan dips that grass right there, as a lot of people have been doing on this version of Pocono for sure, as he comes off the 1st corner. Young running right now in 6th position at the moment. Down about 158 miles an hour in the middle of turn number 2 as he zips by Osborne now. To 180 miles an hour into turn number 3 and drops it down to 135 miles an hour in the middle of turn number 3. He'll go back on the ball. 155 off turn number 3. 179, 180 miles an hour, 185, 187, 8, 189 miles an hour into turn number 1. Topping almost 190 miles an hour going into turn number 1 is Dylan Young. Running right now 5th position in the Miller Genuine Draft Ford. Zachary Fitzwater dropping back a couple of spots right now. Kyle Matthews has already gotten by him. There is Wyatt Quayle and Cat Batson zipping by as well too. Also the 5 car of Phil Parker, and whoa, Parker had the back off way big time in that Cornflakes Chevy. Bryce Egan gets involved now in the Meliella car, as so does Ali Liara in number 16. Parker running 15th at the moment. Here comes Egan into turn number 1. Whew. That car really walked up the track in that number 42 machine, and gets way loose off that 1st corner. Egan had to drive that car off the 1st corner, and got it way loose, and but managed to keep the handle on that Meliella Pontiac, and try to keep making a go at it here. And here comes Phil Parker now inside of Zachary Fitzwater. Fitzwater way up the high side in that 30 car. Wyatt Quayle watching all this in that 90 machine, and he's got the best seat in the house right now for position. Gets by Phil Parker, and that puts him up to 14th position right now. Up ahead of him is Fitzwater in 13th. Cat Batson running 12th. Ryan Brummer, number 9 car, running in 11th spot. He has a top 10 this year so far. I think he does. Laura Chung running in 10th position. Kyle Matthews running in 9th. There. Seth Cole running in 8th. JT Bryant still running solid, running in 7th position at 81 machine. And 3 wide. Dylan Young, Matt McIntyre, and Cole Deaver. And Joshua Osborne joining in on the front as well, too. And Dylan Young way down the low side. This front stretch, as we mentioned, the longest of the 3 straightaways there, but it's also wide enough for about 3, 4, sometimes even 5 wide racing. And Seth Cole walks to the track and almost gets into Kyle Matthews in the 25 car. That keeps it going right there. And the only time we've ever seen a car hit each other in turn number 1 and both spin was that deal with Keith Batson and Colin Cropley here earlier today. Deaver running in 4th position. There, Matt McIntyre in 3rd. Alex Miller up to 2nd place now. And Dylan Poteet is your leader. Miller looking for the Pocono sweep. He won the Wix Flippers 400 earlier this season on this very same racetrack. And can he do it again here in the Hunt Brothers Pizza 400? And I'll tell you what also too with Colin and I also will say too there with Jessica not Jessica Shelton but Colin Cropley and Keith Batson out of the race here, and same with Shelton. Miller could move up big time with points himself too, and for Cole Deaver, they'll just open his lead up. He had a slight lead over Batson coming in this race here, and also he got another driver fighting for a top 5 spot in this mix as well too. That being Joshua Osborne in number 8. He also up there in the points himself as well too. And as is Poteet in 22. Poteet, the first ever Castrol GTX Cup Series champion. Way back in season 1, and to give you an idea, it was way back in 2011 when I started this series, by the way. This is 2024 as I'm recording this video. Matt McIntyre, he dips low. He gets by Miller as they come off the first corner here. Deaver gets into it. Osborne gets into it in the 8 car. You got 2 Chevys, 2 Fords, and a Pontiac in this mix for the top 5. And any one of those 5 drivers can win. I'll make that 6 drivers, make that 7 drivers, make that as JT Bryant and Dylan Young get in the mix as well too. And Young and Bryant zip by the 3 and the 33 cars both. And now they're 3 wide in turn number 3 yet again. And Young had to back off right there, and Deaver gets by on the middle lane. That's very hard to do. And Matt McIntyre ducks to the inside of Dylan Poteet. And I tell you, that Olive Garden car, Matt McIntyre was wondering if he was ever going to run good in that car too. It seemed like every time he ran the Olive Garden car, something always happened to him. And right now, he's giving that car a good run for the money right now. He's running as the leader right now, but we've still got 6 laps remaining in this event. 5.5 now. Poteet to the low side. Nothing there as he goes through turn number 3. Osborne trying to drive off that Pontiac. 3 cars, you can about throw a blanket underneath now. 5 laps to go. 25 down in the books at Pocono. Osborne, low side now, looking for 2nd place. Cole Deaver in 4th position, and Alex Miller running in 5th. That top 12 cars have all pulled away from this bunch right there. LLER running in 13th position. Reggie Fogelman 14th. Wyatt Quayle 15th. 16th position is Phil Parker. 17th Eric Sallard. 18th Destin Bowen. 19th Bryce Egan. And 20th right now is Emmanuel Hartnett. I mentioned a slight hood buckle on that number 24 car of Caleb Fogler. Well, it's messed him up a little bit though. He's running 25th right now. He restarted 10th. He must have hit somebody on the trying to avoid the wreckage here in the turn number 1 for the only caution flag of the day. And that's messed up Fogler for the day right there. But he's trying to pick up what he can, or salvage what he can, I should say, too. So for Caleb Fogler, he hopes for better luck at the next race on the tour at Talladega Super Speedway for the Die Hard 500, the 4th and final plate race of the season. But meantime, it's down between these cars right there. Matt McIntyre, your leader. Joshua Osborne, 2nd. Dylan Poteet, 3rd. Cole Deaver in 4th. Alex Miller in 5th position. And JT Bryant, Dylan Young, Seth Cole, Kyle Matthews, and Laura Chung, the top 10. So look from inside Dylan Young's perspective. 7th place is where he's running right now. Two laps to go for the leader, Matt McIntyre. McIntyre originally out of Arizona, now hailing out of Indiana. Trying to hold off 2 Kentucky guys and a Georgia guy in the top 4. But Osborne is right there, that number 8 car. So is Poteet, so is Deaver. 4 cars you could about throw a blanket over at this point. Does any of them make a move behind Matt McIntyre? Into turn 3. Osborne backs off, waiting for a run. Off the 3rd corner they come here. They come to the start-finish line. The white flag flies. 1 lap remaining for Matt McIntyre. Here comes Dylan Poteet, low side of Osborne. That's for 2nd. And Osborne says, no way. He'll go to the inside of McIntyre. This is for the lead. This is for the win, actually. Last lap. Poteet trying to draft off Osborne in the turn number 2. They're side by side. Poteet sticks in the low side of the number 8 car. Osborne is lead. Here comes Poteet to the low side. Does he have to move in the turn 3 now? 1 turn left to go. Poteet down the left side, trying to close it on Osborne. Off the 3rd corner, he comes right there. He's on the back bumper. Not gonna do it. Joshua Osborne wins at Pocono. And a top 2 sweep for the Bluegrass State. Both Osborne and Poteet, both from Kentucky. And it's Joshua Osborne taking the win here today. You remember the 600 at Charlotte? Poteet won race and Osborne finished 2nd in that one. And for Joshua, he becomes the 15th different, I think the 14th different winner actually. 14th or 15th different winner, something like that, this season. But he collects his first victory of the season, the Ray Bestis Ford car number 8, the Jeff Burton colors from 1994. Wins here today. Average speed 139.413. Poti comes home second. Alex Miller just short of the Pocono sweep, but he does finish third. Matt McIntyre comes home fourth, and fifth goes to Dylan Young. Sixth place goes to Cole Deaver. Seventh goes to Seth Cole. Eighth to Kyle Matthews. Ninth to JT Bryant, and Kat Batson matches her car number, finishing 10th in car number 10. So there you have it with that. But boy, what drama on the last lap of the race here. Joshua Osborne pulls the race-winning pass on Matt McIntyre for winning. And I tell you, Dylan Poti tried every way in the world to get past the A car, but Osborne holds him off here. The rest of the finishing order here today. Ryan Bravo, a solid day, finishes 11th in today's event here. A good run for the number 9 car. Laura Chung comes home 12th. Ali Liara 13th. Wyatt Quayle, solid day in 14th position. 15th goes to Reggie Fogelman. Eric Sadler 16th. 17th goes to Phil Parker. Destin Bowen comes home 18th. Joshua Sakuli 19th. And 20th goes to Bryce Egan. 21st goes to Emmanuel Hartnett. 22nd to Carson Gum. 23rd, Zachary Fitzwater. 24th, Zach Winkle. Caleb Boger, not the run he won. He finishes 25th in today's event. 26th goes to Paul Minnick. 27th goes to Nathan Orman. 28th to Eric Monaco. 29th, Alex Hawkins. And Nathan Hudson, the last car to finish in this race here today, he ends up finishing in 30th. So 30 cars finished here today, and all of them on the lead lap. Some of them damaged up, though. Here today, but for Joshua Osborne, a big win here today. So there's the rest of the finishing order here for you right here. 8 cars out of the race here, 30 cars finish here today, and all of them on the lead lap. And for Joshua Osborne, a much needed day here as he wins here today, as he wins the Hunt Brothers Pizza 400 at Pocono Raceway in Pocono, Pennsylvania. And what a finish between him and Dylan Poti. I tell you, what a race that was. Here in these final few laps here, and we gave you the finishing order here today. So if you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got in our races. We got gaming videos. We got in our online videos. Whatever the president of the NNSCRA, Seth Cole, desires to have for his channel, be sure to check out Seth's Duracell Cup Series and Duracell Ultra Light Series, the 2 main series on this channel. If you want in on future seasons of both the NNSCRA Duracell Next Gen Cup Series or the Duracell Ultra Light Series, be sure to get with Seth, and he will get you going on that. And also be sure to check out our other channels from the NNSCRA community, including the Weeded Coaster channel. That's a channel from Dylan Young and Kyle Matthews. If you are a roller coaster slash theme park slash amusement park fan, then We the Coasters is the channel for you. So, and also be sure to check out, of course, this channel as well too. So that will do it here today. And for now, this is James Qualls. It's been a production of the NNSCRA It's been a production of the NNSCRA offline and online racing at its best. We'll see you at Talladega Super Speedway for the running of the Die Hard 500.